Hello and welcome to Wild Logic. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. And before we get to the tarot, we're going to be reading a section of the Tao Te Ching by Stephen Mitchell, that translation, pocket edition here. Number 81. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. The master has no possessions. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. The Tao nourishes by not forcing, by not dominating. The master leads. Interesting. So, this paradox here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and fate, and then the devil, which is about these urges and obsessions, right? And when we start to have those feelings of fate, we can really start to be sucked in because there's something just otherworldly about it, and it can become distracting. We can actually become obsessed with our own journey and start to try and force the unfolding and start to feel that we're missing out if things aren't coming up in the timing that we expect, right? So there can be this kind of paradox that we start to enter, but learning to be patient, this is the strength, right? Eight, which is, infinity. Oh, and that's funny. So here we have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance. So learning how to balance this sacred wheel with the energy and potency of it. And what's coming in is this energy that is going to help us deal with this anxiety, release us from it. Because it's a lot. This is a lot. It's a lot to start to try and step into this feeling of fate and mission and spirituality on this spiritual journey. I've been on a spiritual journey for a long time, and there have been definite phases to it where at times I am more in it than others, where it's more overtly, Wheel of Fortune, but other times it's more grounded. And what the Two of Pentacles is talking about here, we have this 8, this sideways infinity. So bringing that infinite into the real world is what the Two of Pentacles is representing here. And the strength, this is about this inner mastery, this patience, this way of walking in the world. And that's really necessary for us to balance this sense of divine mission and spirituality into the world without constantly feeling like either we're missing out on the world because we're spiritual, or we're missing out on spirituality, because these things can take time, right? When we can feel it energetically, we might be like, well, why is it taking so long, right? And this is going to help us become an alchemist. Step into that alchemizing. When we are balancing destiny and the devil, we have to start to learn. And here's this 6, right? The Lovers, grounding it, transforming the stress into the divine. And here we have the Muse, which is this yin energy, this welcoming of nature, the Empress, right? So alchemizing the world and understanding that it will come in its own time, in its own way. And that is going to help us balance. We become prepared by being receptive and open, right? Not by trying to appear to be ready, to be eloquent, to be worldly, but just by being. And then we are going to start to create from this bliss, this state of understanding the flow of nature. And as we create more and more from this blissful state, 2 to 6 becoming strength, and we have the 6s again, and we have the 2s, right? So, yeah. Whew. 2s and 6s and 4s coming together to 8. Because bliss is worth creating from. If you're creating from other energies, from a lack of balance and this infinite muse that is growing inside of you, you're going to be creating things that recreate the anxiety, but it's not time for that anymore. The energy coming in to your life right now is freeing you from it. It is inviting you into this state of bliss. And to stay in that state, you really have to be grateful, which is, the opposite of this 4 of Cups vibe, right? And here we have the 3 and the 7, the Chariot and the Empress. So moving forward in this energy of receptivity and gratitude, really grounding into that. And we live in a little bit of a 4 of Cups world, right? And so in a way, you almost have to use the 4 of Cups, like turning your back on things to the 4 of Cups, right? So 4 plus 4 equals 8, right? Go into strength. You reflect this 4 of Cups energy back on itself is what I'm saying. Not sure if that's making sense, but sometimes we can just, when the energy is not welcome, if we just hold up a mirror to it, it will, go away. Just let it dissipate through gratitude and just be like, wow, this is awesome. Look at all of this stuff to be grateful for. Even the things that you might not initially see in that light, there is this way of seeing beauty in everything. And this is going to help you seize the moment to alchemize, right? So you won't be missing out because you will be seizing the moment. And then here we go. Alchemist. I mean, that doesn't get more alchemical than that. So yeah, this is really about the alchemy of self here, my friends. We're balance, invention, destruction. So you're going to be dismantling things and recreating them in new ways, right? You're going to be taking back your energy and re-alchemizing it. And this is going to build up this sacred feminine for yourself. Really, this is the yin energy. So in a way, it is this expanse, this void. But in this weird way, we have removed the void because we don't like mystery. So you're bringing that mystery back in, and you're going to rediscover the mystery, and you're going to start to weave that back into your life. And it's going to transition into gratitude. The bliss that you are going to be living in is going to be building into a stronger and stronger sense of gratitude. And it's just going to, the anxiety will slowly dissipate as you pay more and more attention to this energy. What grows flows. What you give your energy to becomes more. And this growth, this opportunity is going to be coming the more and more you work this wheel. This is a very positive energy. And all it takes is not falling into the 4 of Cups vibe. That's all it takes, is not getting the FOMO, not feeling like you're missing out, realizing that you can't miss out because you are the creator of your existence. You are the one who orchestrates everything. And actually, if you're trying to do it all, that's going to lead you astray. Digging deep into the moment, the essence of life, and of not having the distractions, letting go of the distractions, letting go of the things that don't fill you up, is going to be what builds your intuitive power, your clairvoyance, this crow energy. And it's going to wake up your magic, and it's going to make this alchemy very direct and potent right? So this is some magical energy here, my friends, big time magic. The crow is grasping that rainbow bow seed there, that like rainbow ball of light, and that is the cosmic egg. That is the way I read that card. So this is a lot of magic. The snake circling the flower of life, right? The magician, the alchemist. And then we have the dolphin, the sea serpent, and the dragonfly. So this is like about creativity and transformation and this ancient energy here. Air, water, and earth and beyond. And here at the bottom of the deck, we have the cheetah, which is the sun, the solar force, the masculine. But right now, this is really about healing the feminine, you know, and this is on the eve of Mother's Day here. So it's really about the feminine energy that hasn't been tapped into. Let's take a look at the messages from these cards. We're going to start with the crow. And I'm being called to just read a little bit from each one rather than the whole thing. The crow is spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. When in balance, it's psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded, and hypersensitive. So bring into balance daily meditation practice. Okay. So daily meditation to stay psychic, strong, and clear, which seems pretty straightforward, right? So with the snake, the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. When in balance, prosperous, creative, charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things. To bring into balance Kundalini yoga and meditation. Okay, and so now let us look at the dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. Okay, so this is going to help with that swords energy that we are releasing. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, and magical, right? So this is combining the crow and the snake. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. So we have meditation as a component here very strongly. And let's see. And yeah, so meditation, breath. So meditate on your breath, my friends. That is, these cards I wanted to come out and just tell you to meditate. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I mean, do you all out there, do you have a meditation routine? Pretty curious what you're up to now. And maybe it's, if you do have one, maybe it's time to deepen it or rededicate yourself to it. Let's see here. Let's get to this dolphin. Okay. Innately intelligent, healer, and light and blessings. So when in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice, right? When out of balance, underestimates own power. To bring into balance, like-minded spirits. And these spirits can be anything. Everything has a spirit. But you're going to really want to be meditating so that you can even connect to and see these spirits. And I'm noticing the number 108 here. My candle just spit out some wax. That's pretty wild. Okay. Yeah, so 108, that magical Buddha number, is calling out to us as well. And so then the sea serpent is the final card here. And it's about healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. And this is about the waters, the emotional waters of life. And this is going to heal this Four of Cups energy, because when you're in touch with your second chakra and your creativity, you're good. You don't need anything else. I mean, you're of course going to connect with the world, but you're not worried about missing out because you are it. Oh, and this is interesting. So I'm just going to read this little bit. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional life looks like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true nature. So, yeah. And so this is a Kundalini energy here. And so again, with this Kundalini energy, this meditation and the breath, like-minded spirits. So, and here specifically, it's, making sure that as much as possible to stay in spaces and energy that nourish you so that you can start to express your desires. When we get pulled into spaces where we are out of sorts and uncalibrated, it can be hard for us to know our desires. So more and more, find like-minded spirits, even if it's like the authors of books, people on YouTube, music. And there's ways to bring these spirits into wherever you go and to tap into them regularly, to know that no matter where you have to roam, that your chakra is always with you and you can continue to heal it and grow it and shift and come into this infinite balance. And so that is the message for today, my friends. If you enjoyed this message, please like, subscribe, share with a friend. Very curious where you're at in the world. Say hello if you like and where you're from. And anything else about your journey you're interested in sharing. So grateful to be here with you. And until next time, be well.